Yo champions! Today, this video is going to tell you what is emotional incest. I have been prescribing psych medications to psych patients for years. This video is going to tell you the forms of emotional incest, why it is bad, and what to do about it. My name's Ryan Long, and this is the Unleashing Potential channel. Subscribe and smash that bell to not miss out on psychology videos to unleash your potential. Emotional incest is not a sexual term. Emotional incest, also known as covert incest, is an emotional abuse where a parent does not give their children healthy boundaries. This relationship blurs the line between a child and an adult in a mentally unhealthy pattern. The parent treats their children in the same way that someone would treat their spouse or best friend, by relying on them for emotional support, and this is a poor form of parenting. A parent may look for emotional support during a divorce to their child in the same way that an adult would provide this support, and this psychological role is damaging to children. Sadly, this lack of healthy boundaries will cause the child to have a higher risk of eating disorders, anxiety, depression, drug and alcohol abuse, dissatisfaction with family relationships as well as romantic relationships, anorexia, bulimia, and higher rates of divorce. So what are examples of emotional incest? 1. Having the child take the role of the guidance counselor. When these children become older, they can oftentimes become much more comfortable helping people go through extreme emotional struggles in the same manner as a therapist, and not take care of their own emotional needs. In romantic relationships, this can cause a child to actually let go of high-quality, healthy, stable, romantic partners in adulthood in favor of being with drug addicts or emotionally abusive partners, due to the child feeling more accustomed to being in unhealthy relationships and behaving like a therapist. 2. Having the child be the best friend. This type of relationship forces children to abandon their own needs and wants to help support their parent. Children are not emotionally or psychologically ready for this type of responsibility and causes identity issues when they are older. I remember when I was a PA student, I saw a 13-year-old male patient who had his mother talk to him about adult issues and place adult responsibilities on him. Since the mother treated the child like an adult best friend, even though the child was still very young, the mother encouraged her son to have adult bedroom activities with other girls. Sadly, this child will likely have psychological issues when he is an adult, such as only wanting to be in romantic relationships where the partner is in emotional struggle, as opposed to finding someone who is more emotionally stable and happy. 3. Turn their child into a fan. Some parents, especially narcissistic ones, will force their child to take the role of a fan who supplies their parent with a narcissistic supply of emotional approval to help the low self-esteem parent cope with their dissatisfied social life. 4. Making the child the authority figure. Parents in emotional incest relationships will sometimes ask their children for advice on how to handle adult issues, such as sexual problems, work stress, problems with their friends, and financial issues. This forces the child to take the position of higher power who has to give advice to someone else, but psychologically, children are not ready for this role yet. Many of these parents will play the victim card to control their child. What is the victim card? The victim card is when a person will pretend they are the victim to guilt you into giving into their demands. If a child wants to do any kind of after-school activities or hang out with friends on the weekends, the parent will often guilt trip them and make them stay home, saying things like they are lonely without their child and that they are bored when they are alone. Many of these parents will actually choose to homeschool their child so the child doesn't get the opportunity to form healthy, normal bonds with other children. Having a child be like a best friend sounds nice, but it is emotionally unhealthy for children. The child should not feel like they are responsible for the mental and emotional well-being of their parent. If a child wants to join an after-school activity like cross-country or track, they may not do so due to feeling guilty knowing that their parent is at home alone, mopping around waiting for the child to return. The sad thing about emotional incest is that many children don't realize that their relationship with their parent is abnormal because it started at such a young age. How do we stop this? 1. You need to say no to them. Let your parent know that you do not want to talk about certain subjects that your parent brings up. If your father or mother starts talking to you about their bedroom activities with your girlfriend or boyfriend, tell them you are not comfortable with the subject and ask them to stop. If they won't listen, then you can then repeat that you are not comfortable with the conversation and walk away. Many times, a parent will continue to talk but just keep walking. It is not your job to talk to your parents about how bad their partner was in the bedroom, or about your parents' drug or alcohol problem, or other adult issues that a minor should not have to deal with. 2. Get emotional support outside of your family. This is important because you need to be aware that there are many different things outside of your family that you want to enjoy and experience. Join the after-school cross-country team or wrestling program. Spend time on the weekends with your friends. Seeing how your friends interact with their parents will help show you what a normal child and adult relationship is supposed to look like. Many victims of emotional incest are so sheltered that they don't even realize what a normal adult and child relationship is supposed to look like. Emotional support can act as a shield to protect your self-esteem while your relationship with your parents is not healthy. 3. Get medical support. See your medical provider who can possibly prescribe medications to help you deal with the situation. Do understand that medications are only band-aids that will help you function better, but it will not get rid of the problem for you. You need to fix the issue if you actually want to get rid of the problem once and for all. You can also see a therapist who will talk to you about your problems and work on trying to make your beliefs positive about the situation. 4. Most importantly, get away from your parent until they know how to set up healthy boundaries. There is a chance that this may never happen, but you need to get out of your home as soon as you can for your own mental and emotional health. Understand that if your parent cannot set up healthy boundaries with you, the problem will never go away, and you will continue to be emotionally abused and used in a way that will put you at risk in the future of having divorce, drug and alcohol abuse, family relationship issues, romantic dissatisfaction, and many other issues. Remember, some children may blame themselves for the situation, but understand that if you are in an emotional incest situation, this is not your fault. This is the parent's fault. They should never place these kinds of responsibility onto a child. This will be very challenging, and your parent may try to manipulate you by guilt-tripping you into making you feel like you are a terrible son or daughter, but it is not your job to help your parent like a best friend. Good parenting involves the parent protecting the child physically and emotionally, not the other way around. You need to remember that your parent has likely been playing the victim card for most of your life, and you need to see the situation for what it is. This is a follow-up video to 20 warning signs that you are dealing with an evil person. Click above to see. If you learned some cool new stuff from today's video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. Just click on the subscribe button below this video. Also, if you want help with anxiety, depression, or any other mental health condition, please check out BetterHelp to get a licensed therapist. They sponsor this video. The link is in the description below. Now, it's your turn. What new fact did you learn about today? Is it A, emotional incest is also known as covert incest? Or B, learning to set healthy boundaries in relationships is key to keeping yourself mentally and emotionally healthy? Either way, let me know now by leaving a comment below right now. I want to quickly mention that Unleashing Potential is sponsored by BetterHelp. This is an online counseling service with licensed therapists who can help you with anxiety, depression, or any other mental illness preventing you from unleashing your full potential. I strongly believe that therapy can be extremely effective for people. If you want to get started now, click on the link in the description below right now.